Hey everyone, it's Matt here and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you all are having an amazing weekend so far. Happy Saturday. Yesterday was probably one of the biggest, happiest days for the Sims community in a very long time. And in my opinion, after several underwhelming packs, more specifically underwhelming expansion packs, it really feels like for the first time in a very long time, we are going to be getting something very detailed, and many are describing what could be the Sims 4's best expansion pack. This truly does feel like a passion project from the team. Yesterday's live stream was amazing. They went on for 2.5 hours and they still did not cover everything, guys. If you have not seen the stream, of course you can check it out on YouTube. I also have a live reaction and discussion on my channel as well, where we did raise money for St. Jude, and that's another thing that I want to talk about right here, right now, before we get into the Q&A, because this one is going to be very long, guys. I appreciate every single one of you that decided to donate money, and because of the overwhelming support, I was not expecting you guys to do what you did yesterday. I have decided to extend this fundraiser so that it is no longer just a birthday fundraiser, but a birth month fundraiser. So for the entire month of March, for every single video, I will have this fundraiser posted, and you are more than welcome to continue donating and adding to it. All the money is going directly to St. Jude. So again, I want to thank you guys so much for everyone that shared or for everyone that donated to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. You guys are seriously the best. All right, so without further ado, we're jumping straight into the tweets and we're doing things a little bit differently today. There's a lot to discuss. There is a lot on here on Twitter. The gurus have been sounding off, and I'm sure that I have not gotten everything, but if there's anything that I missed, I will of course create another video sometime this weekend with the remainder of stuff, and I'm sure that the Sim Gurus are still going to continue to answer questions and reveal new information on Twitter, as they have said that now that we have the official live stream, they can now reveal so much more. So lots is to come, guys. We're gonna be doing screen record on a web browser today, as if I were to actually embed every single tweet to talk about them the traditional way that I do things, it would literally take me like 4 to 6 hours to edit. And my goal here is to get this information up to you guys as fast as possible. So we're just going to do it this way here. First, starting off with a bunch of tweets from Sim Guru Morgan confirming that there is a Wilbert puzzle and that Wilbert is the official mascot of the pack. And you know what? I'm not surprised at all. We've heard a lot about Wilbert. We've seen Wilbert multiple times, first with the trailers and now of course in the deep dive live stream. Also really happy to now know that creating these water splash park play areas is not just exclusive to this world. These items have been confirmed to be in build buy mode, so you can build these on your own lot, or you can make community lots to build this kind of stuff in other worlds, which is just amazing. We need more stuff like this. There's way too much that is tied specifically to an individual world, so I'm hoping that going forward they continue to progress and give us more creative freedom in that regard. I do want to also add here that from what they showed us in that stream yesterday, guys, they set the bar really high for themselves. Like at this point, there really are no more excuses for giving us underwhelming packs with cut corners and broken buggy features. From what we saw yesterday, it didn't look like there were really any bugs or glitches, which I'm very happy about. I was looking very closely and trying to see if those types of things would be present in the live stream, because normally if they're present in the stream, that's normally how the pack's gonna be shipping. But I didn't really see anything in that regard, which is a great thing. But now this means that they've set the bar high for themselves. If this is what they are capable of, then we know from this point moving forward that we expect this level of quality and depth from them. So I'm hoping that this kind of isn't their peak and then everything else isn't as good. But this really shows you what the team is capable of. And from first looks, it looks amazing. You know, I also pointed this out during the live stream, seeing that Toddler sit in this high chair for several hours. I was pointing it out so many times. I was like, wait a minute, they've been in this house the whole time. This toddler has sat there and has not complained a single bit. There were no bugs, no issues. There were no automatic interaction cues trying to pop up to let the toddler out of the high chair. She was just sitting there, being patient, waiting to be let out. And I thought that that was amazing. SimGuru Morgan actually comments here that the toddlers normally have enough and will eventually throw a tantrum to have someone take them out. It plays so nicely. I also really appreciate this bug fix. I use high chairs all the time now. This is something that has been an issue for a very, very long time, pretty much since toddlers were first launched, guys, and it has been a hot, buggy mess, but so much has been improved with the way of that, which was also confirmed on the stream. Like I mentioned a moment ago, and like they mentioned during the stream, splash pads can be placed anywhere. These items are available in build buy mode, and now we have another picture, another look at doing just that. Simguru Morgan tweets, the splash pads are really fun to design on your own home lots too. You have the 3 emitters plus a variety of different pads in various colors. You even have your own at-home Wilbert who can also be placed in fountains. I love that. So you can make this on your own lot, or I can't wait to see what the community creates in terms of community lots to actually make a Splash Play community center as well that can of course pretty much be placed in any single world, as you can place it on any single lot. And for further clarification, Morgan confirms that the pads and fountains are together in the outdoor activities category. So everything's gonna be in one place, super easy to find. One simmer asks if infants are going to be able to use the splash pad items, and Simgrew Morgan confirms yes. It's so cute. If an adult is holding the infant or carrying them in their back holder, they can play in the emitters together. If you're holding a cat or a puppy, you can also play in them with them. And they talked about this a little bit previously, but didn't go into too much detail. So of course, more cross-pack compatibility, which is so freaking important, guys. Every time we get a new pack, it seems like they really focus in on making sure that it has correlation and connections in terms of interactions with other packs. So if you have cats and dogs, there's some fun to be had here. And also, if you have an infant on the carrier, there's also some fun to be had there with the splash play area too. I think that is so cute. Simguru Morgan shares a bunch of brand new screenshots. Here are some cute pictures I have of the Lumberjacksons in San Sequoia, some new views of the world. We definitely saw a lot yesterday with the world. Like, I feel like the pacing was good. I feel like they did an amazing job at showing us what the world has to offer, how big it is, how small it is, and oh, we have more details on the world, guys, with lot sizes. That's gonna be coming up in a little bit, so stay tuned. But these pictures are so freaking cute, guys. And I just have to say, from the live stream, Kara is just an absolute menace. Like, I have a feeling that they made that intentionally. Like, they wanted this sim to be like that on purpose. But we also got a look at one of the starter builds, that little Simsy build, and we also will have a look at another build, one from Deligracy, coming up a little later in this video. I also find it very interesting. I don't know if you guys noticed during the stream, they were throwing cars everywhere. Like, even a lot of the shell houses, of course, you know, parts of the neighborhood that you can't visit, you can't actually play on, they all had driveways and cars. And I know that this probably isn't a hint at cars or anything, but just seeing the neighborhoods filled with cars, it just makes it feel so real. And I hope that one day they can actually implement them. We have some fun facts from Sim Guru Morgan. Infants in general are super likely to dislike smashed lemon and love ice cream, which is totally expected. That's how it would go in real life. We did get a look at some of this stuff on the stream: mashed peas, crushed carrots, pumpkin puree, smashed lemon ice cream, rice porridge. Lots of options, with more that they didn't even show here. It was also talked about that with that cautious trait, they're less likely to trust certain foods. And these are the little tiny touches that we absolutely need in this game. Simguru Morgan quoting Cinderella Mouse, lots actually plays into how infants feel about exploring food, base game, and finger foods growing together. For example, infants with the picky eater quirk are less likely to like foods in general. Same with sensitive infants. However, sunny infants will normally like or love. There are so many possibilities, so many different combinations for how these little ones are going to react to food based on quirks, traits, and more. They do make it kind of seem like there's bird watching in here, and Iron Seagull points this out. One of the Sims, of course, sims thinking about birds, another sim with binoculars, and another sim holding their arm up to their head as if they're looking at something in particular. Definitely thought maybe bird watching would be a new activity, as it's kind of implied here, not confirmed but implied. SimGuru Morgan confirms that there is no bird watching, but bird watching would be super fun. I'm down for that in the future, so maybe we could see that implemented in a future pack possibly. There are a ton of quirks that are coming with this pack for the little ones, and SimGuru Morgan tweets responding to Bella that some quirks will make it easier and some will really do up the challenge. So I wouldn't just assume that having all of these new things is going to make the 100 baby challenge a lot harder. It's possible you could get things that help and make it easier, but that's the best part about this, is that there's so many different possibilities that every single person that you see that will probably do the 100 baby challenge with these infants is going to show a completely different outcome because of the amount of options that we are going to have with this pack. I'm most likely going to be doing the Ultimate Infants Challenge. 100 baby challenge is definitely too long of a commitment for me, but the Ultimate Infants Challenge is just something that I keep thinking in my mind. I don't think there's no better title for that. And what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to fill up the entire household with infants and just try to live and not pull my hair out. I think that's going to be so much fun. They talked a little bit about the extended stays that are coming with the Sims 4 Growing Together. Some users asking, can you assign them beds? Are they going to be in sleeping bags? What's the deal? But it has been confirmed that automatically they're going to whip out a sleeping bag, but you can assign them a bed if you happen to have a guest room or a spare room, which I think is awesome. You can tell they put so much thought and care into this pack from what we saw yesterday. SimGuru Morgan tweets, the designer for Toddler quirks did some extra work around occults and toddler quirks. You're more likely to get these quirks if you're the corresponding occult. Merfolk, obsessed with water. Werewolf, destructive. Vampire, aggressive, and spellcaster loves books. Again, more pack integration with werewolves, vampires, realm of magic, etc. They're putting so much effort into this one. That guy asks about occult milestones, and Morgan responds, there are some good ones. When you become an occult, you get one, but there are also ones for memorable moments, like fighting Greg. Simmerwill asks about aliens, which Simmer Morgan confirms we considered them, but didn't feel like any of the quirks felt so specifically alien aligned that we wanted to support them in the same way we did other occults, so I guess not. And in case you didn't know, just a little refresher, the pie menu reorganization is coming to base game for everyone, guys, and it is going to be probably a little bit difficult to get used to, as it's basically a reformat of everything, but once you get used to it, it is likely going to be very easy to find things. There's so many different categories: affection, complaints, deep thoughts, hobbies, interests, small talk, stories. It's nice when you first meet a sim and you want to have small talk, you know exactly where to go to find all of those interactions. Or if you just want to talk about interests or hobbies, or if you just want to complain or be fully affectionate. I love the way that they set this up, and I think that this is amazing. I really didn't think there was any way that they could approve how it was. I really liked how it worked previously, but this is definitely so much better. SimGuru Nova confirms. Now we're on to SimGuru Nova's tweets, by the way, if you haven't been able to tell, but there's a lot of information that's going to be coming up here on Twitter. So of course I will keep you guys up to date, but Nova tweets, I'll be tweeting about the cross-age relationship multiplier updates over the next few days. It's a cool change coming to base game, working under the hood to make sure every age group feels a bit more unique compared to others when interacting. Oh my gosh, it's about damn time they focused on gameplay, guys. It has been needed for so long. It was already confirmed on the stream that you can schedule other events while a stayover is occurring, which is awesome. They talked about that on the stream, but some Sims Idiot responds and asks, can you choose the length? Which SimGuru Nova responds, yes. For the ones you plan, NPC initiated stays are fixed length, but can be ended early whenever you like. Ah, amazing. BB asks, can you initiate or stay over at someone else's house? Which Nova responds, for this feature, it's mainly to host others at your house. You can travel to other lots though. SimGuru Nova now confirms on Twitter that there are two types of suitcases, which we didn't hear about during the live stream, I don't think. The ones NPCs bring for temp stays are temporary and should be taken once the stay ends. However, since we knew all of you would want to build with them, there are two suitcases, one for children, available in Build by Pixelade. They made a suitcase for kids, guys. I need to know, does this suitcase have wheels? Is it one of those suitcases that has wheels and a handle that you can walk with? Because if so, I am going to scream. But SimGuruNova does confirm that all of them, of course, are functional. Somatically on Twitter brings up some really good questions. If you're playing as grandparents, is it possible to invite the parents with the kids from another household? Let's say for a summer vacation. Can you choose which members from another household are invited, or is it all of them? And SimGuruNova confirms, yes, you can choose Sims from multiple households too. All Sims you know that live in other households are available. It can be one member of a household or all of them, up to you. I'd make sure you have space for them to sleep though. The amount of customization and the options, I love this. Already blown away by the stream, and now with even more details, definitely looking very, very promising. I know sometimes during deep dive live streams, especially for expansion packs, guys, sometimes they reveal all of the good things and they try to withhold all of the bad things, you know, to prevent disappointments, but there really hasn't been too much said that has disappointed me really in any way. Blue Girl asks, will it still be a gold event? And that's in terms of Stayovers, which SimGuruNova confirms that Stayovers are not gold events. They run in the background as you play to allow those Sims to stay in your active household. Any events you plan once a Stayover is running will still be gold, which is perfect. So they talked about workplace rivals a little bit on stream, but now we have another little note here. SimGuruNova tweeting fun note about workplace rivals. If you try to sabotage them, you'll get unique messages themed after every possible career. I wrote a decent chunk of them. We'll share some of those too. And now I'm just thinking of all the possibilities for that. SimGuruNova tweets, for family reunions, the invite list isn't restricted to strictly family members of the family tree. Found family, in-laws, and family friends can be invited too. It's all about who's important in your Sim's life, and I agree with that. Family doesn't always have to mean blood. Family can be chosen family, and the Sims team acknowledges this in-game, which makes me personally, in my personal life, so happy, because chosen family is definitely more substantial to me. Ashley on Twitter asked, does this mean in-law is a family relationship, or that we can just select Sims who we know are in-laws? And SimGuruNova confirms just that they can be freely selected to invite. I don't really know if in-laws are going to actually be recognized as members of the family with this, but I can see that they gave us that creative freedom to choose in case, I guess, we say in our minds that they are a part of the family, you know, and that they aren't actually technically family according to the code of the game. SimGuruNova confirms that 2 children can play pretend together on the treehouse. In another tweet, SimGuruNova kind of goes into more details about the Stayovers, that you can schedule any other event while a Stayover planned by you or NPC initiated is running, which was already confirmed during the stream. The temp stay will continue running in the background, amazing for storytelling opportunities, grandparents coming into town a day or 2 early before a birthday party, which happens to work out because, you know, while a Stayover is happening, you can throw other parties like a family reunion, a birthday. You could pretty much knock out all the different party types while you have a Stayover happening, which is so freaking cool. One Twitter user asking, the Sims who are staying over, they just act fully autonomously? Can we assign them beds? Can we invite them to come with us to other lots, like take them to the movies? Which SimGuruNova confirms you can assign them beds, you can form a group with them, you can take them to other lots, you can ask them to relax or help out, you just can't control them since they're in a different household, which of course is to be expected. So still, lots of options here for manipulating these Sims that are visiting your Sim's household without having direct control. SimGuruNova kind of hints at early access videos dropping, saying that soon is all I can say, so I guess we can expect some early access content in the future. Wink wink. For those wondering how many male or masculine hairstyles we are receiving with the pack, SimGuruNova confirms that as always, all hairs are able to be applied to both frames if you'd like, but here are the hairstyles tagged as masculine. So 6 out of the 9 total hairstyles are as follows here, which I believe we did get a look at, which looked amazing, guys. From what we saw on the stream, I even remember commenting on them for a minute, how the more we progress here with this pack, guys, the better these hairstyles get. Every pack that they put out, the more that these hairstyles improve, the detailing, the shading, the coloring, everything about them looks better and better and better comparing to to expansion packs that released early on, or even base game hairs, which, my gosh, definitely were not as good as some of the stuff we are receiving now. And here we go, guys. Here is a look at that house that Deligracy built. Sim Guru Morgan quoting, Deligracy did an amazing job building this house. The way she stacked the windows is beautiful, and I love the style on the inside too. I believe she's going to be releasing a video about making it when the embargo drops, so definitely look out for that too from YouTube content creator Deligracy. And just some clarification from the stream, in case you didn't know, science babies are being introduced, which is so amazing. This is not coming with Growing Together, guys. The science baby feature, which will cost your Sims 1,200 simoleons in-game, is actually coming with the free Infants update, so everyone is going to have this option in-game. Beautiful addition. And of course, some more clarification here coming in from Sim Guru Ninja. The new likes and dislikes are exclusive to the Growing Together expansion, but the max of 50 is part of the update. So they did talk about how they increased that number, that you can select up to 50, so that is coming for free to everyone. Sim Guru Ninja confirming here again that there are 18 quirks for infants and 18 quirks for toddlers. You'll discover your little ones can get up to 3 on them. So lots of variety here. This was talked about during the stream, but again, more clarification that self-discovery equals more trait opportunities. So the more self-discovery you do, the more possible traits you can have. This is potentially what those 3 dots were probably about when you guys saw them over the traits. So instead of adding more trait slots, they're basically making it so that you can just earn more traits in the game the more you play. And going back to the high chairs, guys, with the update on them to fix a lot of the issues that came with them, Sim Guru Ninja clarifying here once again that the fixes for them will not require the pack. So if you don't buy the pack, you will get these for free with the update. March 14th is going to be a massive day, guys. All these bug fixes, we're getting infants. Oh my gosh, there's so freaking much that's coming that day. And I will say it again, I feel so bad for a lot of mod creators that are gonna have to be updating things, because I'm sure a lot is going to be breaking that day. I'm just gonna remove my mods folder completely and just completely build it from scratch and restart. And now coming down to the end to some of the more important stuff, guys, we now have official San Sequoia lot sizes posted by Matthew Fahey on Twitter, and of course quoted by the one and only Sim Guru Ninja. So for those of you builders, I'm going to pull this thing up into full screen so we can see what the lot sizes are. We have a 50 by 40, a 30 by 20, 30 by 20, and another 30 by 20. So 3 30 by 20s and a 50 by 40 in one neighborhood on the top left. On the top right, we have a 64 by 64, a 40 by 30, 30 by 20, and 40 by 20. So more variety there in that neighborhood on the top right. And at the bottom, we have 3 30 by 20 lots and a 50 by 40 lot. So I'd say a decent amount of variety. I don't know, guys, from this picture, from this map view, I get Bridgeport vibes from The Sims 3 Late Night. Do you guys remember just seeing that neighborhood there, seeing the bridge, and then seeing more on the other side? I just get Bridgeport. I know that these worlds are not similar in any sort of way, as it was confirmed that this is definitely more inspired by San Francisco. Sim Guru Ninja sharing more screenshots here. Of course, another look at the world, a Sim carrying around an infant in the infant carrier. Look at this. Father Winter falling asleep in this screenshot. Oh my goodness. I can't disagree with him here. The views in this world, from what we saw during the live stream, from some of those images and GIFs before, and now of course with this here. Oh wow, the views are gorgeous. So pretty. It looks like they did another amazing job with the world. They talked about the lore during the live stream with the sequoias. Sim Guru Doi just completely knocked it out of the park with that one, and I hope they make Sim Guru Doi the lead on all these packs, because there is just so much passion and creative drive behind him, and you can tell that there's just a magic with this pack, a very special magic that has, in my opinion, felt missing for a very long time, at least from expansions. As far as the world and lore, werewolves definitely did have that magic. Sim Guru Ninja tweets, you know, it just occurred to me that I don't think we even showed off the back carriers from Going Together in the live stream, and they didn't show that at all. There's literally so much that they had to cover in this pack, and I know that they wouldn't get to everything, but another look here at the back carriers. They're so cute, guys. Those things are so freaking adorable. And lastly, guys, one tweet here, a gift coming from Sim Guru Connor showing off a bug in development of a sim yeeting an infant. Sim Guru Connor tweets, "It has come to my attention that I can now post this forbidden gift from early infant development. Enjoy." And of course, thus confirming that it has been fixed. So don't expect this in the game. But honestly, this is a bug that I would not mind if it was actually like implemented as like a cheat or something that you can do. I just find it so funny. Like this sim is straight up yeeting that infant into the sky. This also gives me grilling the babies on the grill in The Sims 2. Like it gives me that same energy, you know? It's just so funny and weird. I don't know. Let me know down below what you guys think so far. The live stream was yesterday. What are your thoughts on the live stream? Some new information here to go on about the pack, and I'm sure there's going to be lots more coming in the coming days, over the rest of the weekend, into next week. I'm going to stay up to date on everything for you guys so I can share the latest information with you. I love you guys. Take care and happy simming.